This woman is horrified to find a bill with a message for help on her plate. She is shocked to look at the pianist in the restaurant, but finds him showing a pained look. Then he trembles and stands up holding onto the piano. Eventually he collapses unconscious on the floor. Just now, Violet and her online boyfriend come to the upscale restaurant for a date. She finds him more handsome and attractive than in his photos. Just when they are chatting happily, Violet's cell phone receives a few pictures by Digidrop one after another and tells her to stop ignoring them. She is puzzled when Henry sees it. He thinks that it is a prank from the people around her. She starts to look around and finds that everyone is fiddling with their phones individually. It is hard to tell who does it, but then she receives a text message asking her to check the surveillance of her house. She rushes to check it, because her sister and son are at home. She sees a masked man in black in her house with a gun. At this point, she receives another message, which warns her to keep quiet. Then she makes excuses to leave the table and is going to call the police. But the man says that her phone has been cloned and can see anything she does. He threatens her with her son. Violet panics and rushes into the bathroom. She tries to make a plea for help to a group of girls, but her phone receives warning message after warning message. She has to give up. She then checks carefully the restroom, and sure enough, she finds a listening device behind a flower pot. She then goes back to her seat. Henry has by now noticed her panicked look. Violet excuses herself and says she just misses her son a little bit. Then she also finds a hidden listening device at the table. She hints to him to change the table. The waiter arranges another table for them, but she receives a message not to change the table immediately, and threatens her with her son's life. So she can only strongly request to sit back at their original seat again. At this point, she has already given up struggling. She asks the mystery man what exactly he wants. He replies by asking her to get the SD card from Henry's camera. She secretly removes her watch and puts it in her bag. Henry takes the initiative to leave to ask if any of the waiters have seen her watch. She takes the opportunity to rummage through his bag to find the camera, which not only contains pictures of the mayor, but also more pictures of some accounts. She quickly pulls out the SD card and excuses herself to go to the restroom to look for her watch. The man tells her to smash the card and flush it down the toilet, which she does. She is then asked to open the towel dispenser, in which she finds a tube of reagent, which he asks her to pour into Henry's glass. It turns out that the mystery man's intention is to kill Henry, but she had already fallen in love with him. When she is caught up in her inner struggle, a piano plays in the dining room. Violet realizes that he doesn't have time to keep sending messages on his cell phone, so she quietly writes a help message on a bill with her lipstick. She asks the waiter to give it to the pianist, but the bill is put in the reward jar. She is disappointed, but when she looks back again, she sees the man take out a few bills, and that he has noticed her plea for help. She sees that he sits down at the bar and makes a phone call. Then he quickly turned his head to look at her and returned to the piano again. When her order is served, she realizes that her bill has been placed underneath the dish.